Welcome back to Seed Tarot. This is your monthly love reading for the month of August for Aquarius. If you have Aquarius or the planet Uranus in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, then this reading is for you. So let's get right into it. Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. Aquarius. Alrighty, I'm kind of channeling some messages here from Spirit. We'll see what comes out in the cards, but there are two very dominant messages coming through. One of them is regarding the fact that you're gonna be noticing in the month of August that there are a lot more people who are envious or jealous of you than you could have ever imagined. It's like coming into like this realization that there are a lot of people who really do envy you. And I'm getting specifically envy your relationship or envy the type of connection you have. It's like there's someone who has been kind of watching you, and you're with someone who they were interested in. Interesting. But ultimately you're the one who came out on top. It's like the energy of someone who may have had the opportunity to be with the person who you are with now, but it's like the energy of like they didn't really stand a chance because you were always meant to be with your person. But they're very jealous of you, and there's a lot of people who are envious of the connection that you have as well. And it's going to surprise you because it's like you would never think that people you would want people to be happy for you, but the truth of the matter is, Aquarius, is that there are a lot of people who are just so they are simply jealous of the connection that you have because you've found someone, you found your match, you found the one, you found the one, and not everyone has that. Okay. The other message that is coming through is regarding someone else's situation. You're connected to someone who still hung up on you. Okay, this is like an ex, someone from the past. And I want to say, like, I'm seeing like Page of Swords, even like they're checking up on you, they're kind of spying on you, they're trying to find, they're like obsessed with you, they're trying to find like different ways of contacting you, Aquarius, because it's like the energy of like you've kind of cut them off in a sense, and by being in a new connection or being in a vibration where you've absolutely like moved on from that situation, and now you're either with someone else or you're committed to being single now, and that person is still wishing that they could be with you. So someone is like really, really still hung up on you, and you may come into awareness of that this month. Okay, for the month of August. All right. Okay, let's get this reading going. Some very powerful energies are working in your favor this month as well, Aquarius. So you have the Three of Cups here. Okay, like this is like that energy that I was telling you about people who are seeing you happy, celebrating, feeling fulfilled and enjoying your life, enjoying your connection. It's like if you're single, you're enjoying being single, and you're learning to live life to the fullest. You're starting to make new friends. But there is, like I said, that there's just an energy coming through about someone not being like happy to see you win, which is strange because you're the type of person who loves to see other people win. So it's like a little bit conflicting there. Queen of Pentacles. You also have the King of Swords, Justice, Ace of Cups, and Nine of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Fool card. Okay, the Fool, this is you. This is your card, Aquarius. The Fool is Aquarius in the tarot. The Fool is also the number one. And in numerology, the number one has to do with independence. Okay, it also has to do with taking risks, starting a new journey. And there's also a powerful message coming through, which is primarily why this card is coming up. It has to do with seeing things and being positive, seeing things in a new light. It's the energy of like things can be crashing around you, complete chaos, but you, Aquarius, would be the type of person who can see the positive in all situations and persevere. You have a tremendous amount of resilience, the ability to get through very difficult situations because of your mental discipline, because of your spiritual and emotional stability. Okay. Regarding your romantic connection, so I am seeing here overall, okay, in this first row, there is a lot of joy, celebration, and nurturement. Okay, so the way that the divine is supporting your connection is by providing opportunity for you to celebrate and be grateful for the connection that you have. And there's a nurturing type of supportive energy. Your connection is being supported by planetary influences. And fortunately for you, Aquarius, this message is coming through very strongly that you are blessed to be able to have the universe supporting you in an astrological sense. So the way that the planets are moving and shifting, and the physics of things, so the energy dynamics of what's going on astrologically is supporting and nurturing you being in a relationship in this lifetime. And so you also have the King of Swords. This is also a very supportive energy. This is quite literally telling you that in the present moment, because this person is facing in the forward in metaphysical is about the present moment. Currently, right now, you are in a very good headspace. I want to say you're kind of like your head is on, you have a good head on your shoulders. And when it comes to your connection, that's helpful to the connection, and be able to think clearly and communicate very clearly about things. It's going to become very important in August for you to be able to continue to be very clear about things and communicate very clearly. Don't leave anything up for open interpretation. The Justice card is coming out. Okay, this is major arcana. And in numerology, the Justice card has to do with the number 2. Okay, the number 2 is also connected to the cardinal sign. So you may be connected to someone who's in Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, or you yourself may have placements of those other signs in your birth chart. And what the message is coming through is that you're gonna learn or develop some aspect of your emotional health. There's something about your emotional health in August, and it's going to, I want to say, it's going to really impact you for the rest of your life. Anytime we see the Justice card, this is a message, this is a major lesson, something that's going to affect you for the rest of your life, okay? And specifically what's coming out is this Ace of Cups, which is like overwhelming, tremendous amount of like emotion. So you're going to learn to become more in tune with your emotions. I want to say specifically, some of you are going to really learn how to manage your emotions and learn how to manage perhaps someone else who you're connected to who's very emotional. There's also a lesson here about learning how to be fair. To be fair when it comes to emotionality. And it's this lesson about learning how to honor the feelings of others. Interesting. Okay. Nine of Swords is coming up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your 6th house has to do with your health. Okay. It has to do with health, and it has to do with work, career, There's also tells you where you're getting your courage from. So there's a message coming through here regarding, so 9 of Swords in the physical 3D world with your physical body has to do with weight loss. It has to do with being healthy, like making changes in your appearance. This also has to do with your health in general. And so sleep, right, may be a specific. There's a message here for many of you Aquarius about regarding sleep coming through. I think this came in another reading before as well, about the fact that sleep deprivation, micro sleep deprivation, can be extremely harmful to you. Okay, unless you're fasting. And Ayurvedic medicine tells us about this as well. If you learn to fast a specific way, and you'll notice that you experience some insomnia, but it's not detrimental to your health because you're incorporating yoga practices and certain type of breath work to revitalize you and to exchange that cellular life and death process that's going on biologically. So there's a very specific way to get away with not sleeping. And for many of you, you're not doing it in that way, more than likely. And so micro, meaning very small amounts of sleep deprivation or not sleeping the correct way. It's like maybe even waking up and still feeling sore. So this has to do with the way that you're sleeping, and also has to do with the amount of sleep that you're getting is inadequate, and it's going to affect your health. Romantically, there is a message coming out as well. I think Sagittarius had the same message regarding kind of being in a romantic connection where there's just really so much passion and intimacy that it's it keeps you up at night. Okay, so there's a lot of physical activity going on, if you catch my drift. Right as I'm saying, while you're sleeping, we do have this 4 swords here, someone laying down here. It's really not much sleep going on. But this is a clarifier for the 3 of Cups, okay? 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 has to do with rest and recovery, okay? And so I'm getting this as well. Some of you may have been intuitively, right, with the High Priestess, intuitively driven or encouraged or motivated, or just you kind of change the way that you operate. And it's like moving away from certain types of activities that you used to do. It's like going from maybe 6 months ago, you used to always go out or used to always hang out with a friend. And it's like there's been some changes, or you've kind of taken a break from doing things that way, and you may have switched up your routine here because of a romantic connection. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. You do have this 7 of Wands here to clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So what I'm seeing here is that your connection, your romantic life, your love life is being supported by the divine. Even if you are single, you are energetically in a advantage point. So if you wanted love, you could have it. And the type of love that you would have is like a long-lasting love. It's the energy of, if you choose to, you can very likely meet someone in the month of August who has this fiery energy. They probably have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in their birth chart somewhere. And more than likely, this is the energy of someone who does not give up. and they are this way because it takes them a long time to get committed to one person. This person who is in store for you in the future carries the energy of being very protective, extremely protective. I'm even seeing Taurus as well. Let's clarify the King of Swords. All right, so you have, I'm going to save this one for later. You got 2 cards, but I'm going to keep that face down. That's what I'm being told to do. All right, so for King of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles. So you're being given the opportunity to really start to exist more. Spend more time in the present moment. in the present moment. I need to tell you, there's a specific message for someone coming up here. You know who you are. And this is someone who is single with the King of Wands here. Very confident, very happy, very attractive, but very just, it's like the Bachelor card. Someone who's very happy and comfortable being single. Okay, there's also the energy of someone who's in a connection, but is maybe has memories or thinks back on, has been having a lot of thoughts about how things were when they were single, right? And there's an opportunity. It's like the energy of someone who maybe like secretly thinking about being single again. Maybe you're in a connection where you feel unsatisfied. There's something about the connection that makes you wish or want to go back to being single. Okay. Ooh, interesting. I just split the deck, and this is a 6 of Swords. The reason why someone is in that vibration is because they thought that they were going to get into a situation that was going to be better than what they were experiencing before, but it's like the energy of something's not what they thought it was going to be. Let's clarify the Justice card. You do have 2 cards coming out here. 6 of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So interesting. I do see Sagittarius. I do see Scorpio here with the Death card. But someone's going to be making a decision here. This is that message that I was mentioning. There's someone from your past, okay? Queen of Wands. This person from your past is, they are attractive, okay? And they're confident, but they're overly confident in their ability to be able to take you away or kind of steal you from the person you're with now. It's very interesting how confident this person is. It's the energy of someone who, like, the time that they spent with you, whether you were in a relationship with them or not, Aquarius, it gave them the courage to have faith in the fact that they can. It's like this is someone who literally feels like your current relationship doesn't mean anything, and they're convinced that they can take you away at any time. It's like the energy of someone who's attractive, and then they kind of let it get to their head to the point where they're overly confident in their ability to just like swoop in regardless of who you're with, okay, and to just kind of like tip the scale, to like create chaos in your romance, in your current connection. And this person really does feel like it would be the right thing to do because they were wronged at some point in their past. There's like a deep emotional wound that person has. But yeah, this is a past connection. This is also someone who is playing with the idea or kind of toying with some of the occult things. It's like they're trying to find a way to communicate with you it's like even the energy of someone who will like pay someone to do some kind of like spell or something like that. It's very strange. We also have the Death card here, so there's going to be some major transformation and revelation for this person in the future. But this is like the energy of that connection, that relationship that you have with this person. They're clearly from your past, but it's like they're trying to come back from the dead. Like they're trying to raise it from the ashes. They're trying to bring something that's no longer that it no longer exists back to life. They're really trying, okay, energetically. And they may reach out to you next month. Next month, if you're watching this today. So in August, they're really going to try and communicate with you because they feel like it's there's even this strange energy. It's like it's narcissistic energy as well, where this person, it's like it would give them the only reason why they're going to come back into your life and try and communicate with you is like what I said. They think that they can steal you away from the person that you're with now. And the reason why they're doing it is because doing that is going to give them this huge boost of confidence that they need to move forward. It's like this person can't sleep at night unless someone feeds their ego. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. For the Ace of Cups, you have 2 cards as well. You're getting like so many double cards. You have the Knight of Cups and the Magician for Ace of Cups. So going back to that message that I mentioned about the major arcana, learning to really learning more about emotionality. Someone's going to come forward with some kind of offer, right? Or you're going to come forward with some type of offer. You're trying to manifest something in your connection. Okay. For those of you who are already in a relationship, if you are not single, the message for you is regarding your relationship. Okay, you have this King of Cups or Knight of Cups and the Magician. So you're going to be coming forward with some type of proposal or offer to your person. And this, whatever it is, it's something that you've been working on for a very long period of time. With the Queen of Swords, this is something that's going to happen in the future. Okay, and right now you're still kind of figuring out the how part, how you're going to do it. Okay, and you kind of go back and forth between, like, I'm not sure how I should do this. Should I make it, really, should I be romantic about it, or should I just be real about it? And there's a part of you that wants to stick to like your true self, like the way that you are, and there's a way that you want to do things or want to communicate with someone. And for those of you who are thinking about approaching someone new who you want to speak with, you're also experiencing this as well, where it's like you're kind of torn between, like, it's like you want to do things in a cheesy romantic way because you're wondering maybe that your person might like that more, but you're also being torn into, because there's a part of you that's not you, and you do things different. You want to be different. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. You have the Page of Cups here and the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So going back to your health here, you're going to be receiving a message here. You're going to be receiving information or news about something health related that's going to kind of stress you out a little bit in August as well. Okay. And then let's see what this is about. This is the Hermit. This is what was face down. It came out with the King of Swords and the Pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles. The Hermit is also major arcana, and the Hermit is showing up because this is about introspection and major lessons. What I'm seeing here as well is that there's something that's going to be happening in August where you have the opportunity to react to some information in two different ways. On one hand, you can receive information, you can overreact, and things get kind of a little bit more complicated, or you can receive the news, stay cool, calm, and collected, and just say that you're, kind of say to yourself, okay, well, I'm just going to kind of process this. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to listen to what they're telling me, receive this information, this news, and just see how I feel about it, see how I think about it on my own. It's the energy of not wanting to engage in actual conversation with someone who's giving you news about something or talking to you about something, and deciding that you just want to kind of process and think about and see how you feel about things by yourself, like in your own headspace, in your own heart, before you move forward with anything. It's like a one-way kind of conversation, right? This is exactly what it is. The swords represent thoughts and communication. This is like someone coming forward, right? King of Swords, like communicating something with you, giving you this new information. And it might be something that has to do with like physical things in the 3D, like that health message, or that like could be like money, right? Because pentacles are coins. It could be something money related, right? But it's like, here you're going off and you're going to do your own thing and kind of see how you think and how you feel. You're not going to engage in a full-on conversation about it until you've decided for yourself what is the best course of action, which and you feel is more of like the mature thing to do. All right. The third house also has to do with like siblings. So you may have a brother or sister who may be communicating something with you in August. This also has to do with sharing things. So worldly possessions that you may need to share. Okay. And communicate about in the future. Interesting. All right, we are going to do a oracle card for you as well. Spirit ancestors guide message for you for the month of August. All right, so let's see what we have, what suggestions we have for you. You have the Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. And there's a little like grasshopper in this card here that may be a resonance or significant for you, significant message for you. There's also a dragon in the background. So dragons are grasshoppers. I mean, obviously, you may not actually see any dragons in your day-to-day life, but maybe you might see grasshoppers in your day-to-day life, or you may see it at one point in your near future, in your past or in the present moment, and that's just a resonance, a sign of something that has been discussed in this reading. So, and then that it says be graceful in movement and action. So this is just going back to that same message about like not overreacting and being very graceful in how you approach life situations, especially when things get complicated. The grasshopper, like many of you may have already seen the movie Pinocchio, but there's also like a message about conscious, like a good and bad, or like angel and demon, like like yin and yang. Like many of you may be tested in August, where you are going to be challenged to learn how to channel your intuition, right? And balance what information is being given to you. Are you going to listen to your inner voice, or are you going to listen to another source of consciousness that may lead you to making a different decision? So the message is like, be slow and steady. Breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach to things, especially when you're communicating in your relationship or with your person. The message is like to be more gentle, be controlled. It's like you have the power, the ability to really hurt, to really crush, to really hurt your person with your words and your actions. So reel it in a little bit and take more control of the way that you're communicating in your relationship. Because of the ability to hurt someone unintentionally. The Shaolin Master calls forth like a ninja from within. Shaolin medicine is actually all about learning to adapt to situations and to tap into energy that's running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It teaches you to be subtle. Because when you're too forceful, if you use too much energy, it may not be supportive of what you're trying to accomplish later on. Or it may lead you to act on or behave in a way that's too impulsive, and you may regret it. The Shaolin Master, like a monk, has respect for all things in life. They're disciplined. They're guided by their art. And they will never use it to impress or to appear stronger than someone who's threatening them. So you're being invited to stay graceful, to be humble in your movement, in your choices, and in your actions. Flow like water. Connect with your purest intentions. Don't rush ahead. Don't be impulsive. and move with grace. Ask yourself, how can you move forward in life? Go with the flow of life rather than push against it. Do you have the ability to refocus right now? Is there a possibility that maybe you can slow down a little bit more? Take more time to soften the way that you communicate and the way that you deal with situations. All of this is going to be very important for what happens next for you, especially in August. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Please be sure to check out the other videos if you have signs or placements in other parts of your chart. Be blessed and be well.